Well, well, well. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm here. Ames is right there. Fathead, your mom is right there.
Nice lesbian haircut today.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I need a cut bad.
You need a shave, too.
It's either that or move to Portland. I don't know what to do.
You should just color it green.
Right? Fucking. It was like a bug that just.
Oh, God. Here he goes again.
Dude, I opened the plate to open the garage, and there's a spider just sitting there.
Ugh.
I was like, fuck.
Oh,
I hate these things, man.
Was it a wolf spider? One of those big
No,
things?
No, it was a little guy. But one, the problem is around here, they're I don't recognize any of them. They're all totally different from what you see, in Michigan.
You basically live in Australia.
Yeah, totally. And so it's like, I don't know what that thing is. Probably something that will kill you just by looking at you, but I don't know. And then you hear like, oh, the littler ones of these bugs are the ones you really got to worry about. The big ones.
Wait till the tarantulas come out.
Oh yeah, I've seen them for 2 seasons now. They're fun, but they don't bother you. They're kind of, but they're intimidating. They're as big as your hand.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, have you ever seen one in person?
Just at the zoo or something.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Yeah.
No, I'm not getting near a fucking tarantula.
Oh, you haven't been whistling, just walk into your room and like stopped cold in your tracks because there's a fucking cousin or whatever that the hand was on the Addams Family just hanging out. Is it Cousin It? Yeah, Cousin It's hanging out by your door.
You had one in your room?
No, outside my door.
Outside the house?
Yeah. Yeah, the way this house is set up, like downstairs it's like it's a couple rooms. It's like almost like a hotel setup, really. So it's like outdoors, like right out my door. It's not like in the middle of a house.
Can you
somewhere
send a
it's
video
crazy.
Of the layout? Can you send a video of the layout? I'm a visual learner.
Yeah, I'll send one to you. I'm not going to put one out publicly.
No, I don't want.
Yeah.
Just send it to me. I need to envision it in my brain.
Yeah, I'll totally take literally just for you, as long as you promise that one day when you're like, I fucking hate Mike Walters more than life itself, you don't try to destroy me and fucking dox me and all that shit.
I can't make any promises,
just
but where you have my address too, so.
I do, but no matter what, you could literally kill my family, all of them, and I'd be like, well, it happens. I'm still not going to dox her or talk shit about her. It's just not how I roll.
When you send her the video,
we're
just
the same,
make sure
Mike.
you have pants on.
Yeah.
Because I can see
Mike
walking around.
No, dude,
this is where I sleep.
That's the only thing I'd make sure of. You think I would send a video of me pantsless somewhere? Are you insane?
Amy, yeah.
No, not to Amy. I'd
Amy,
send one to,
this is
I'd send
where
one
the
to
magic
you.
happens.
This is where the
I don't know what
magic
kind
happens.
of dork you think I am. Greg, I might do it as a joke to you.
No.
I might send you a pantsless video. I wouldn't do that to Amy.
I appreciate it, Mike.
Yeah,
This
I
is
know
my
better than
launch
that.
pad, Amy.
Yeah, you really do think I'm that fucking big of a dork. This is where the magic happens with a picture of my bed. You really think I'm that big of a dork?
3, 2, 1, Amy.
Oh God. Well, I hope you guys had a good weekend. Enjoyed some football. The end of it, it's coming to an end.
Thank God.
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of an underwhelming Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah. I kind of wanted Jarrett Stidham to win. I
was rooting for the whole Oz the Mentalist thing.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because they had the Rams and New England.
No, Rams Broncos.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
So,
but I can't stand Matthew Stafford's veneers, so I was rooting against him just for that. They really bother me. They really bother me. They're too big and they're too white and they're too matching to his wife.
Yeah.
Did he have bad teeth before veneers?
No,
I don't remember.
No. But it's like he went out there and they probably did some promotion for some dentist and got free fucking veneers and they look exactly the same.
Yeah, why would he? I agree. There's something like about it. He must have had something wrong. Like, why would you correct it? Like, if you don't have to fuck with your teeth, I'm going to go on record and tell you, do not do it. Greg, you know this. Teeth are a fucking nightmare.
That's
like, Yeah,
Remember
I've got
when you
a,
first
dude,
met me, I had a fake one right there.
no, you had no tooth there.
Right. I was waiting. I was waiting on my post. Looked like a goober. You know
Yeah.
what happened though, right? His
Yeah,
wife
see-
said, "Matthew, your teeth aren't perfect."
Oh my God, you're right, Amy. Look at that. That's terrible.
It's like the guy from Something About Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he got
Yeah.
the veneers put on and they looked fake.
Yeah. The other guy I can't stand is Rex Ryan. With these just like glowing white, it looks like he'd glow in the dark. These giant white teeth. Like, who told him that was a good idea?
Right.
Like, you're on TV now. You need to have pearly white. Like, dude, you look ridiculous. Yeah, they probably got, but dude, I don't get it. He's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. He doesn't need some stupid tooth promotion from some stupid
he might have
dentist
paid
in
for
LA.
him. He might have paid.
Yeah,
for
they're
him.
in LA.
Yeah. Ugh. Anyway,
I'm telling you, I like Goff and his wife so much better.
So much better.
I mean,
so much. And she's a fucking supermodel in her own right. Like
Yeah.
she is super successful on her own. She's not just like the spouse of, a quarterback.
Right.
Yeah.
She's not famous. She's not famous for marrying Jared Goff.
Correct. And
I
you just
honestly-
know that Kelly Stafford was like, Matthew, we live across the street from the Kardashians. You cannot have crooked teeth.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly what she said.
I
I think
swear.
he might hate her.
I think he goes out of his way to like keep her at bay. Like, this is a controlled Kelly Stafford.
Oh,
Like he's doing
totally.
like, this could be so much worse if Matt wasn't kind of a decent dude. I really think Matthew's kind of an old school Dallas, Texas kind of kid, and God only knows what this would be like if he was just like let her totally do whatever she wanted.
Yeah. Like I saw on her Instagram, she posted she's got little cameras in her kids' rooms. And so she posts, this is what happens when he gets home at 2:30 in the morning after leaving it all on the field and losing. And it's like video from the camera of him coming in and kissing his kids goodnight. And I'm just like, I know that he must have been like, Kelly, really? Did you have to post that?
Didn't we?
Yeah.
Didn't we all go in and kiss our kids at night?
Yeah, like,
mean-
they're just like us.
Oh
Yeah.
Stars, they're just like us.
Except they did it with a lot more money.
Yeah.
It's so night and day to me, and I'm with you guys. I prefer like the guy that's leading your $1 billion organization. He's the absolute face of it. There's 32 of those in the world, and he's one of them. Just I want him to be Jared Goff. I want him to be like, my teammates do the interviews, even when Hard Knocks is doing it. Like, I'm not really on there. My stupid family isn't everywhere in a skybox in $200,000 in jewelry and fucking mink coats. Like, ugh.
If you follow her on any social media, she sits in the crowd.
Yeah, I saw
I'm
that.
sure occasionally she goes into a suite, but I don't know, man. I think.
Well, last night was Stidham's family. They keep going, and it's just like, dude, you haven't started a game in over 2 years. Like, how about we don't? And I know they're going to make a package out of it, but him before the game, hanging at 28 minutes before kickoff, taking selfies with his fucking all of his family members, and then showing them in the booth. It's like, dude, Jared Goff would not have done that.
Yeah.
Jared Goff would have been like, you guys, how about you stay home and let me go to work, and hopefully this goes well.
You know how he used to do that in Detroit? Iserman.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was never out. He was never in the public. He just kept a low profile.
Yeah.
And Barry.
Yeah, totally.
My Barry story is I was seeing A Few Good Men at the Rochester movie theater.
One of my favorite movies ever, by the way.
Yeah, it was great.
Still, it holds up to this day.
And I sat down. I was with my buddy. Lights go off. Black dude comes in and sits down 2 seats over from me. It was Barry. And then,
by himself.
Yes, he came in after the lights went down. They didn't want to be noticed, and then he got up and left before the credits rolled.
Yeah,
it was cool.
Yeah, my best Barry story is in 97 when he rushed for 2,000 yards. I've told the story before. I was sorry if people have heard it, but I was playing in that aired out NFL football tournament, and I was hanging out with Matt Russell in the locker room, and there's no one in there but me and Matt, really, after practice one day. And he's like, so you got that tournament this weekend? And I was like, yeah. He's like, I'll hook you up with some gear. You know, it got me, like, me and all my buddies, like, Lions shorts and T-shirts.
Who is this? Matt who?
Matt Russell.
The old linebacker?
Yeah, linebacker. And he's like, what else you need? I was like, I could use some cleats. And he's like, no problem. And he looks over and Barry Sanders is standing there at his locker. And he's like, Barry, I need a pair of cleats for my boy here. What size are you? And Barry goes, 10. And Russell goes, Walters, what size are you? And I'm like, oh, I'm a 9. Instead of going, yeah, I'm a 10.
Yeah, a 10. Come on,
stuffing paper in them.
So Glenn Milburn
You're
walks
like,
in.
actually, I'm a 9 3/4, so that probably won't work.
So I got Glenn Milburn's game-worn cleats after a game at Soldier Field because he was a 9. And as soon as I walked out, I'm like, you fucking moron. You could have had a pair of game-worn fucking Barry Sanders cleats. And you were like, no, I'm not a 10. Never mind.
Like you're going to wear them.
Dork. Right. Dork.
Idiot.
Probably worth $20,000 today, too.
Well, you would never see them, Mike.
By the way, before we get into all the shit that's breaking all over the country and world, which we will,
going on?
Yeah, there's a little bit going on, and we'll get into all of it. But that game last night, Sean Payton going for it on 4th down instead of just taking a field goal with a backup fucking QB.
Oh, it was earlier before the weather got shitty, right?
Before the weather got shitty, instead of just taking a 10-0 lead.
Yeah.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I got to think those teams absolutely have someone on staff at all times that are fully aware of what kind of incoming front weather issues might be coming, what time that stuff is going to arrive. Like they would know, hey, there's a storm front about an hour outside of the stadium.
The NFL would have let them know.
Yeah. And maybe 30 years ago you wouldn't have, but today there's probably a dedicated guy.
When I worked for the Tigers, they knew it was like, hey, this front is moving in. We're not going to start the game yet. We're going to let
Everyone
it pass.
go buy beer and shit.
Yeah, exactly. But they monitor that shit they're going to know, we're going to get hit, but it's only going to be the second half of the game. And, they would have let the teams know.
How many people did you see bitching over the weekend? I can't believe weather decided this game. Oh my God. It was writers, writers. And I'm like, guys, weather's been deciding NFL games since the dawn of time.
Yeah. It's awesome.
I still think I would have called up Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, probably.
Did you see he pulled his name, not to change the subject, but that he pulled his name from contention for the head coaching job because he wants to stay and coach his son?
The big joke is he finally pulled out.
Pulled out, yeah. I saw that.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I mean, you think he was going to be offered the Bills head coach job?
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so either. It's like all the people like, Deion Sanders should coach the Cowboys. Like, really?
It is
I hope so.
It was crazy. I saw the teams that are remaining that have open coaching positions. And it had their record next to them, and they're all shitty. And then you've got the Bills who were 12-5. And it's like, it's so fucking crazy that they fired their head coach.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
How do Bills fans feel about that? I know we've got one in the audience. We've got a loyal Bills fan in the audience. Like, how do they?
Yeah.
Were they
my
happy
guess
to
is,
see him go?
I don't know. When you look at it on paper and you're like, lost in the championship, lost in the divisional, lost in the wild card, lost in the divisional. Like every year for 8 years, it's like,
I know. It's like, who cares if you're 12-5 if you can't get the shit done?
You're the St. Louis Blues at that point.
Right.
Just like okay, I want to play the Blues.
Lions.
Yeah. Honestly, they would be a bigger disappointment than the Detroit Lions. Like, I think just in terms of historically disappointing franchises, I feel like the Bills are more than the Lions.
Would you rather be a Bills fan or a Lions fan? Like a Lions fan, our hopes aren't as high up as Bills.
Bills, like you've been there time and time again.
Yeah.
And you've had your tits ripped off 4 times.
Every time.
Every time.
4 in a row, dude. Oh, that's just brutal.
Brutal. I was a little surprised to see Davante Adams as emotional as he was post-game. He had like bloodshot, tear-filled eyes.
Yeah, he knows it's basically the end. This was his shot to see what that's like.
Is it though?
Yeah, he's getting close. He's getting close.
He could go play for whatever contender he wanted.
Who?
Davante Adams.
Yeah, but he's getting washed, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, he's still got another year left.
I mean, it was the perfect situation. You're playing for a quarterback as good as Matt Stafford. He's seen it all. He can still make all the throws. Like, that's a perfect situation. It's going to be hard to beat that for Davante Adams. And, you know, maybe he can run that back again. But
him and Aaron Rodgers reunite with Mike McCarthy in Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh. Oh, God, I would not want to be a Steelers fan. Holy jeez.
I'll take Davante Adams as our number 3.
Yeah, he'd be a good number 3. And he had a good
Come on
game.
over, Davante.
Yeah. And you know what? I remember, I don't know what I was watching. Maybe it was one of those Hard Knocks. Davante came off really good. It like seemed like a genuine dude. Family guy. I think he's got a daughter or daughters that he just adores, and seemed like a decent cat. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, we're down to the end. No football next week. I'm just devastated.
Well, good news is that you can watch Shedeur Sanders in the Pro Bowl. He's replacing what's his nuts who married his middle school girlfriend. The New England quarterback.
Drake May?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I saw something Shedeur Sanders related, and I was like, I don't have it in me today.
Next to Trevor Lawrence is not a Pro Bowler, but Shedeur Sanders is.
Shedeur Sanders is in the Pro Bowl. What did he start? 5 games?
Yeah.
If that, he was historically terrible.
Yeah, I think he started 5 games. I think that's what I saw today.
Yeah. They're doing everything they can to make this thing a joke.
Well, it already is. I think that's kind of the point.
Yeah. Yeah. We didn't talk about it at the end of last week, but it came out Bad Bunny's definitely wearing a dress for his halftime show. You're just like,
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Are you guys going to watch it just to see the bullshit?
No, I don't care.
I mean, I'll probably be doing other things. I'll be multitasking while it's going on.
Eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see the chat this week, by the way.
Yeah, something was squirrely last week. My camera wouldn't work one day, and the chat wouldn't come through.
They're those two things are definitely connected.
Could be.
Probably.
That's what I'm thinking.
Probably. It works now, though. Deez hasn't even given us a super chat yet.
Well, yeah, try that and see if it works. We won't be sure until we can
Deez, try the super chat. Just make sure. And then we're going to need Jeff to try the super chat.
Cliff.
Michelle, all of you try the super chat because we don't know if it works.
We don't know if it works. Cliff, give it a shot. What's the goal? Are you trying to hit a goal today?
Can we do $400 today?
Okay.
$400 just today.
That's good for 100.
You're such a good grifter.
We're baking. We are so breaking Cliff, or not Cliff. Deez. We're breaking him. He'll be in a cardboard box when we're done with him.
DG.
Yeah,
he's a good boy. He's a good boy. All right, why don't we get to all the shit going on in Minnesota? I was as I was prepping, I'm like, I've got 8 stories here to start the show with, and all 8 of them are Minnesota. I'm like, oh boy, what I literally have. It's like this update coming in, that update coming in. We've lost a Merce this time, so our lesbian poets and Merces are under attack in Minnesota.
Yep.
The family of slain ICU nurse Alex Preddy. Have you guys seen the shit going around? Like, how's the ICE operations working out in Minnesota? And then it's like Preddy good.
Yeah, I saw
with a picture of him and Renee Good. It's in terrible taste.
It is, but people are tired of it.
Yeah.
I mean, people are so tired of anytime a certain group of people lose an election, they have a fit.
Yeah.
Oh, DG says, "Do you guys want to do $200?" Yeah, DG. No, we wouldn't want that money.
I know what he's asking. I was going to say 250, but that's what he was asking.
I think you should set a record and just do 500.
Would 200 do fine? Yes, DGs, that would be great.
Well, NFL Bob holds that record.
It goes straight to Mike anyway.
Does NFL Bob hold the record?
I'm waiting for my shark tooth.
I thought DG.
I will wear it with pride.
I thought DG broke. I got super chats for days, Greg. There you go.
Maybe DG did break
I thought he passed NFL Bob.
Maybe he did a 501 or something.
I think NFL
well, let's
Bob
go for 750.
I think NFL Bob quit listening. He was so bummed that DG overtook him. I haven't seen him.
He did not stop listening.
He might have. I haven't seen him.
I saw him at the get together.
Oh,
I met him in person.
You did?
He's an actual human being.
It
was so funny because we were sitting at the table and I'm like, "Hey, who's NFL Bob?" And he was like 2 seats down from me. He was like, still stay
DG.
under the radar.
DG needs to start bidding against himself. You need to raise the bar so high no one will try to top it. $1,000.
I got a picture from NFL Bob 2 weeks ago. He was at lunch with Jay and Isis.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I've blown everyone out of the water. Yeah, DG's you're next level for sure. All right, let's get to some of this. So the family of Alex Preddy, initially not aware he'd been shot and killed by Border Patrol. An AP reporter let them know. They're bitching now, like, "Oh, we tried to get information. We tried to contact Border." It's like, yeah, that's not how that works.
Found out from the news.
Yeah, the AP. Yeah, it sucks. The police said to call Border Patrol. Border Patrol was closed. The hospitals won't answer my question. Yeah, that's the nightmare that happens in real time. It sucks. It sucks. The loved ones' anguish was compounded by allegations Trump officials made about the nurse in the aftermath of a shooting, including branding him a domestic terrorist who brandished a gun with the intent to massacre law enforcement. Video takes that into question of whether or not he pulled a gun. People are going to disagree on this across the board. I think I have audio of his parents, though, and I think it matters. So here, I'll play it for you guys.
We had this discussion with him 2 weeks ago or so, that...
Can you hear it?
I can't get any information from anybody. Okay. The police, they call Border Patrol. Border Patrol's closed. The hospitals won't answer any questions. He thought it was terrible. He cared about people deeply, and he was very upset with what was happening in Minneapolis and throughout the United States with ICE, as millions of other people are upset. Kidnapping children, just grabbing people off the street. He cared about those people.
That's not happening.
And he knew it was wrong. So he did participate in protests. We had this discussion with him 2 weeks ago or so, that go ahead and protest, but do not engage, do not do anything stupid, basically.
He wouldn't.
And he said he knows
he wouldn't.
He knew that.
He hated that, people were just trashing the land, and he was an outdoorsman. He took his dog everywhere he went.
Great. All that can be true.
What does that have to do with anything?
It's leaning on heartstrings. It's leaning on
I take
emotion.
My dog everywhere, and I'm a dick.
Yeah. Well, like that, the fact that he's having a discussion with his parents 2 weeks ago. Like he's planning to do this. He's planning to go out and get involved in shit. And they're going, dude, whatever you do, go protest. That's fine. Like they're saying the same thing we would be saying. Go ahead, stand on a street corner somewhere, hold your little sign, scream at cars as they go by, whatever. Do not engage with these people. And he knew better. Well, Therein lies the problem. Apparently he didn't know better.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, he's in the moment, in the dust up, in the shit. It sucks. All of it, but it's absolutely foreseeable. That's the problem with this.
And preventable.
Very preventable. Very preventable.
I made a post over the weekend. It's never going to be me. It's never going to be me. And you want to know why? I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to put myself in that position. And someone commented, never say never. I'm like, no, I can actually say never. It will never be me.
Never.
Yeah. Yep.
Unless they come to my fucking door, it's not going to be me.
Yeah. No, it's not. He was a Boy Scout and sang in the Green Bay choir. Great.
Love it. Good for him.
Good for him. He went to the University of Minnesota. He graduated with this degree before becoming a nurse, worked as a research scientist. All great. Good for him. Good job. I don't know.
Why did he throw all that away? Why did he throw all that away?
Right. Why did he decide to insert himself in law enforcement activity?
You got yourself killed over fake outrage, over stuff
nothing.
that's actually not happening. They're not kidnapping kids. They're not and shame on the media and shame on the Democrats for making it seem that way. And it sounds like, and I know we're going to get into it, but it sounds like government officials might be actually organizing this. And so, that to me sounds like you let your government gin you up so much that you got yourself killed.
Not the first time either. This guy, it sounds like his ex-wife, and I've heard different things. I don't know what's totally true or not, but his ex-wife doesn't want to use her name, said he had a history of attending protests, including Black Lives Matter demonstrations. Mm-hmm. She said she's not spoken to him since they divorced 2 years ago, and she actually moved to another state, but was not at all surprised that he would have been involved in protesting Trump's immigration crackdown. Preddy's ex-wife said he was a Democrat, described him as someone who might shout at law enforcement. So he's been playing this game for a while, getting involved. He's boots on the ground guy, hates Trump. And it's like, yeah, I know. We're seeing it everywhere.
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Another hero.
But you lost the election. So deal.
Yeah.
They can't though.
No.
Their only way is to act violently. That's like their only.
And
I just keep going back. Like, we watched one of the leaders of our party get killed in front of us on TV.
Yeah.
On the internet, shot in the fucking neck and died. Nary a protest, nary a riot. There just wasn't any of that.
Nope.
And these people, the way these people react over fucking strangers, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. And they're all so mentally ill. It's
the amount of people, and it's not just your wife, Greg, which I saw and commented on, oh, I thought you guys loved the Second Amendment. And what happened to all your support for
Kyle Rittenhouse?
Kyle Rittenhouse. I'm like, this is so not apples to apples comparison with Kyle Rittenhouse. Like, how do they get there? Does all it take is someone went somewhere with a gun? It's the same thing. Like,
yes.
Okay, there's a little more involved there.
Right.
There's a little more important contextual detail involved in those incidents.
Right. And let's not forget, you all wanted him hung in the town fucking square.
Right.
Yeah.
So fuck off.
Yeah.
You know what I think happened? I believe that gun discharged accidentally.
I think so too.
I think this is a tragic accident. I don't think anyone was trying to kill anyone. I don't think he pulled his gun on ice. I think ice. Because that gun apparently, and I don't know anything about guns, just what I've read.
Yeah, the 6 hour.
Apparently that thing has a history of just popping off, and there's videos of guys just holding it when it discharged.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, and that's what you decided to take to this thing?
And what I need people to understand is those ICE officers are going to go home at the end of the night.
That's all they care about.
That's all they care about. They're going to go home. So if you so much as pull a weapon on them, or if it accidentally goes off and they think that there's a possibility where they're not going to go home, it will be you. It will be you and not them. So
but not your finger.
Yeah. Like, I mean,
did you that is so gross. I opened up Twitter and it was just like guy's hand missing half his finger or his fingertip. Someone bit it off.
So psychotic.
Cliff says there's over 100 lawsuits associated with that pistol. Interesting.
Yeah, I've heard that too. I've tried to look because there's so much video and we're going to get into the point probably sooner rather than later, if we haven't already, of AI fucking with these, what you're seeing in these interactions. But I would like to see, because it appears to me that an agent pulls that gun out of that holster in his back when cops are wrestling with Alex Preddy. Yes. And I can't tell, Greg, I don't know if you can, but that I wasn't even going to say anything because it sounds crazy or like an excuse. But knowing there are this many lawsuits regarding that particular Sig Sauer model gun that he had, of them randomly going off when people swear that no trigger was pulled, I would love to know, because if that, in a scuffle like that, if a gunshot went off, and I'm not saying that's what happened, for all we know, a law enforcement agent panicked in that situation, thought he saw something, and then just started pulling triggers. They'll get to the bottom of that. We'll figure out what happened there.
Could have been Officer Walters out there.
Absolutely. And I would say, like, the fact that it gets to that point is the problem and is what's so foreseeable. It shouldn't happen. And maybe what we find out is this is reckless by law enforcement. One of them got scared, panicked, and this is a terrible shooting. It shouldn't have happened, and someone is held accountable for that. That very well could be the case. But the fact that they're having to scuffle on the sidewalk with these people, that these are not controlled operations, is inexcusable. It's
Tim
so
Walz.
easy.
It must be so scary.
Period.
It must be so scary for them to go to their jobs right now. Like more than ever. It's always a dangerous job, but it's insanely dangerous right now. Like they know that there are people out there who want them dead. And their senses are heightened in every capacity. So they're not going to fuck around. They're not even going to take a chance of it being a misfire or an accidental firing or whatever. It's a fake gun. They're not going to take that chance. They're going home at the end of the night. So, it's sad. It's sad. And it sounds like maybe, and I get so irritated because why didn't we see this under Obama? Because nobody fucking protested Obama. The local governments didn't protest Obama. They caved. They worked with the federal government. Sounds like maybe, I don't know if you have it there, Mike, but Trump said he talked to Tim Walz.
I do have that. I do.
Maybe they're going to start working with them.
Yeah. Slow down, dipshit.
Because it sounds like Trump was about to hit the button.
And Bovine's leaving too.
Yeah.
He's leaving tomorrow. They're pulling him out of there.
Who's that?
He's the
Greg Bovine?
Bovino or something like that.
Yeah. He's the guy walking around in the long jacket looking like his Nazi stormtrooper.
Yeah, he's the DHS guy. Is he the one that went into the gas station trying to buy snacks and they kicked him and his team out? I think that was him.
Yeah.
And it sounds like they're sending Tom home in there.
Yeah, they are. Trump has agreed to pull ICE agents out of Minnesota and allow local cops to investigate a protester's killing by federal agents, Tim Walz says. The president held a phone call with the state's governor today. Walz's office said the president agreed that he would talk to his Department of Homeland Security about ensuring the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension is able to conduct an independent investigation, as would ordinarily be the case. The president also agreed to look into reducing the number of agents in Minnesota and working with the state in a more coordinated fashion on immigration enforcement regarding violent criminals. It's all anyone's ever been asking.
Right.
Tim, this is 2 murders on your hands, dipshit.
Right.
That's what this is. Trump's call comes after the president blamed Preddy's death on Democrat-ensued chaos. He has accused Waltz of standing by while violent mobs attack ICE agents, threatened to deploy troops under the Insurrection Act. So Waltz called him Monday and is happy that Tom Homan is headed to the state. Governor Waltz called me with the request to work with respect to Minnesota. It was a very good call. We actually seemed to be on a similar wavelength. He was happy that Tom Homan was going to Minnesota, and so am I. Trump sounded positive about the call and the situation, saying he and Waltz will speak again. Both Waltz and I want to make it better. Waltz called the conversation productive, saying Trump agreed to look into reducing the number of agents, blah, blah, blah. The tone is a notable change in behavior from Waltz, who has been calling him a Nazi regime, brown shirts, Gestapo. We have children in Minnesota hiding in their houses, afraid to go outside. Many of us grew up reading the story of Anne Frank. Yeah, because of you, dipshit. That's you.
Yeah.
Doing
and
that.
Here's the thing, though. Like, this kind of goes back to Trump being, I think everybody across the board says he's a totally different person when you talk to him one-on-one than when you hear him speak in the media.
Yeah.
And so I think it's one thing for him and Tim Waltz and whoever to be trading jabs in the media with each other. But then here, Tim Waltz gets on the phone with him, and sure as shit, they have a productive conversation. It sounds like.
Yeah.
And you know, like the same thing with the communist over there in New York. He went to meet with Trump after he was elected,
right.
And he was like, yeah, we had a really good conversation. And Trump was like, I think we agree on more than we thought. And which is what's irritating about it all. And we've said this for a long time, but if the Democrats got out of their own fucking way and just put their Trump derangement syndrome aside and worked with Donald Trump, they could get so much done, but they don't want to because they don't want to give him any wins.
No.
But it's not surprising to me that he was able to bring down the temperature once he got what's his nuts on the phone.
Yeah. And by the way, this coordination that they're talking about now, it's rich to have Tim Walz acting like, yeah, this is what we wanted all along. We could finally get some coordination going on between federal law enforcement and local Minnesota police. It's like, hey, dude, you're the one that's a sanctuary city that has refused. So basically, when federal law enforcement comes to town, usually what happens is they deal with local law enforcement. If they're working in coordination, a lot of these guys are already in jail, the ones they're looking for. And so these guys can then go and with cooperation of local authorities go, these 10 on your list are in prison, come on down and you can collect them right now. Otherwise, they'll kind of run background and keep the area safe while you go in and handle the other warrants or deportations you need to issue. These sanctuary cities, we've watched these politicians go on camera and harumph, harumph, harumph. We will not work with these federal stormtroopers. Mm-hmm. They refuse anything. Yeah. This is what so you look at a case like Washington, D.C., Muriel Bowser, right? Democrat leader in D.C., she's facing all kinds of criticism because her administration said, no, we're going to work with federal law enforcement. We're going to work with ICE. So, and they're pissed at her about that. Reports suggesting Metro Police have worked, in fact, with ICE agents there. Bowser has limited some collaboration. She sought to repeal parts of D.C. sanctuary city law that restrict local police from assisting in detainers, creating tension with local lawmakers. So, despite the Sanctuary Values Amendment Act of 2020 restricting cooperation, MPD has continued to work with ICE. Bowser has aimed to amend local laws to allow more cooperation with immigration. Critics, local council members, argue this collaboration breaks down trust, violates local law, and harms the community. So that's what the assholes on the ground are saying. Oh my God, Muriel Bowser's given in to Trump's Gestapo.
Right.
But what you're not seeing, Greg, and I don't know what's going on with Amy up there, but you're not seeing a bunch of this bullshit going on in D.C.
Anywhere else,
really. Yeah.
I mean, little bit of it in Los Angeles. You saw a little bit of it in New York. You're not seeing it anywhere else because Tim Walz is out there fanning the flames of this whole thing. And he did it all weekend long, just fanning the flames.
Yep.
I think he has as much to do with getting these people killed as anybody. He's the one who said get in their faces. He's the one that said impede them, get in front of them, get in their faces. That's on Tim Walz. And I don't know why nobody is calling him out for that, because that to me is part and parcel of exactly why this happened. You know how this is going to end? Holman's there now. Holman's going to say, give me all these dirty criminals you got in jail, because there's a ton of them.
Yeah.
And then he's going to say, you give me those guys, we'll leave. And I think they're going to give them up finally. They're going to finally give them up.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Amy, what is going on?
Yeah, what's going on, Ames?
Are you okay?
I don't know. I mean, you guys have tech issues. Am I allowed to have tech issues every once in a fucking while? Jesus.
We're just
Take it up
if you're okay.
No, somebody came in my house and murdered me on camera.
That's what we're worried about.
That's exactly what we said. Poor Amy.
We were shocked. We're like, go for the head, not the titties. Don't stab her in the chest.
Yeah, I could still hear you guys. My camera wasn't working.
Oh no, we could hear you ruffling around and
we
taking
heard
your shirt off.
We
could hear the whole thing in the background.
So irritating.
We heard Rocky trying to get you naked.
That's what we heard from Amy.
Rocky's like, come on, babe. Come on, babe.
That's definitely didn't happen.
Babe, just a quickie.
No, that didn't happen either.
No. Yeah. So when you look at the stats in DC, they're undeniable. So Muriel Bowser swallowed a little bit of pride, didn't deal with the most radical aspect of her party and said, fuck it. They're coming in. There's no way to just stop them. You don't get to just go out in the streets and demand ICE leave. That's not how this works. So Muriel Bowser said, okay, we're just going to work with you a little bit. Okay, well, that's all they need. They need a little bit of cooperation. That's it.
And stop telling people to fucking get out in the streets.
Yeah, and blow whistles. It's time. Take the streets. Take your city back. No, Muriel Bowser quietly went about her business. Crime rates have plummeted in 25 in D.C. The number of homicides in the 35 cities providing data for murder was 21% lower than compared to 24, representing 922 fewer homicides in these certain cities. Nearly all of the study cities recorded a homicide decrease, including 40% drop in Denver, Omaha, and Washington, D.C. So that's how you do it. Tim Walz, I can't help but think, and we won't be the first to say this, but 2 weeks ago, the only thing America was talking about was Tim Walz's leadership role as up to $9 billion in fraud under his watch was taking place from illegals and the Somalian community on the ground in Minnesota. So
this is best case scenario for Tim Walz.
Yeah. And now he's gotten a Merce murdered and he's gotten a lesbian poet killed. So how many more people is Tim Walz going to have
Gregory
murdered?
Fokker died.
Yeah, Greg Fokker, exactly. So what is Tim Walz going to say to these guys, these warriors that are all over
fully activated?
So this. I don't know what your guys' TikTok, Insta, Twitter is looking like, but mine is I can't get
totally different algorithms on all of those.
What's that?
I have totally different algorithms on all of those.
Yeah. Dude, I usually have totally different algorithms, Amy, on all of them too, but not now. Mine is 100% of this tough guy. The amount of women talking about kicking ass is astounding. And clowns like this.
See, I've been fully activated. I'm going to head back east. We need to go to DC. Shit needs to get done. Here's the thing that I need for protesters and everyone to start realizing, okay? We're at war. The protests are over.
Okay.
There's no more protesting.
Right.
This is combat now. So when I come onto the field...
Sure does.
I'm not screaming at people that are going to assault me or pepper spray me. Like, no, this is combat.
That would be containing you, fuckface, not assaulting you. If you show up and try to assault police officers, them dealing with you is not assault.
Going to engage them in combat because we have shit that needs to be done. This is how we get shit done.
He'd never go to combat for this country.
We're not protesting anymore. We're fighting. You understand? Okay. Like, I need for you to stop with the signs. And I need for you to get shields and swords of the pew-pew kind. Like, I need for you to wake the fuck up. We're at war. It's wartime. Yeah. It's time to go to war. Yeah. You know how your military father or your military friends were always telling you freedom isn't free? Like, you're about to find out. Like, you're about to get it.
So are you.
So figure it fucking out. Stop protesting. It's fight time.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
I'll see you there.
Oh, my God. I can't wait. He's going to do it.
Could you imagine if that guy was like, hey, we're at war.
Oh,
bang,
my God.
Bang,
I'm going to shoot this missile right at you. Yeah, the thing
this is my country. Bang, bang.
This is.
He said pew,
weapon.
pew.
This is my gun.
Pew.
Pew, pew.
Pew, pew. You guys need to get your pews out. No more signs.
Pew.
Let's take to the streets.
Just like our wrists.
But don't forget your sword.
Of the pew. Can't even say gun. Because he's a total fucking dork.
The
pew pew.
Can I ask you another question? How unstable are people who are crying about this on social media? You don't know this guy. Do you cry for people you don't know every day?
Hold on.
Not unless
hold on.
People have been asking,
what are
when's
those
the time?
eyes? Does he have a filter on his eyes?
After today.
The theater kids at work.
The song has been sung. It's time.
It's time.
Oh my Christ. Oh my God. It's time. The song has been sung, dude. The song has been sung. Who are these people? Here's the problem.
Don't know.
They've been radicalized by leftists like Tim Walz, and they believe them, and they're ready to put their lives on the line, and it'll happen.
Yeah.
The ICE agents are going home at the end of the night.
I promise you.
Pew,
pew. It will happen.
Pew, pews.
Pew, pew.
No more signs. We're done with signs.
No
more whistles. Okay, bring your sword. The big one.
I want a sword fight.
I want a sword fight with all of these guys.
Stick me with your sword, sailor. Do it now.
I'm going east. It's time for battle.
I'm gonna puke you all out of my sword.
He's going east backwards.
It's just like, bro, have you thought that out at all? Like, okay, say you do go execute someone. What do you think happens then?
Right. You go to jail and you get cornholed by...
Or you get 20 fucking rounds plugged into you.
Right.
Well, then he's a martyr. And then they're having moments of silence for him at Minnesota Timberwolves games. And they're, you know, they reschedule for 24 hours and he's important for 5 minutes. That's the best these people can hope for, truthfully, is to become a martyr.
Right. But they're going to be forgotten about.
Well, exactly.
Just like all the people. What about the guys Rittenhouse wasted? Forgotten about.
Right.
Yeah. It's so funny how the irony of a collective losing of their minds. Oh my God, he was a nurse murdered by. It's like, really? See, we had that same energy when it was Laken Riley. You know, a nurse, but she wasn't interfering anything.
Murdered by the government, Mike.
She was going on a jog in her neighborhood.
Yeah.
When it was
the government, because the government let that guy in.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And no one gave a shit. Do you remember? I remember doing stories about like how many minutes of airtime was dedicated to the Laken Riley story on our major newscast. Fucking zero.
Yeah.
Zero. But
It's
it was
a
like
local crime, Mike. It's a local crime.
Yeah, sure.
That's what they would say.
Yeah, it didn't fit a narrative. And so while we didn't take to the streets and bring our pew-pews and our swords, we were fucking outraged by the lack of compassion, the lack of care for a 22-year-old college student out for a fucking jog. She fought for 18 minutes before her skull was bashed in with a rock by an illegal criminal migrant trying to rape her on a fucking jogging trail. Yeah. So yeah, we cared about the nurse 2 years ago when this happened.
You know what strikes me when I look at these protests? They're awfully white.
Very, very white. Yeah.
Because I was going to say, boy, are we lucky that both of the people who have been killed have been white, because that city, I don't think, could handle another George Floyd situation.
I think it's funny that white people are out there acting
I know.
Like minorities. Like, oh my God.
I know.
We're fighting for our rights.
Yeah.
You know, Jay always used to say we need a good war, and we do, and these people have created it in their mind, but it's like not an actual.
Yeah, they're LARPing. They're LARPing as fucking warriors.
Totally. Yeah, they're like, these are the people who usually are sitting fucking playing shooting games, and they're like, oh my God, we can go out and bring pew-pews. Cool. Yeah. And like pretend like we're actually in a video game.
Yeah, these are
respawn now though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. They're not on God mode where they just automatically fucking respawn.
Right.
Also, can someone explain to me the logic behind canceling an NBA game the night a random Merce dies?
Yeah. I was hoping you could explain that.
I can explain it.
Go ahead.
What?
The NBA is woke. And
okay.
because they have to kowtow to people like Greg Popovich and Steve Kerr.
Yeah.
Who pander to their black players because they know if they don't, they may lose their teams, right? So the NBA does the same thing. Adam Silver does the same thing. He panders. Most NBA players don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Tyrese Halliburton, and I think Karl Anthony Towns might have been the only ones who said anything.
Karl Anthony was it? No, not Karl Anthony Towns. It was Anthony Edwards. Was like, I mean, I don't have social media, but I kind of know what's going on.
Yeah. And then the Wild played the game 9 miles away the same night. I didn't even know they had separate arenas, but the Wild were playing in St. Paul that night, 9 miles away from the Target Center.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it happened outside where they play the game. I mean, my God, it's not like someone involved with the organization died. No offense to the dude, but it's like, Greg RN died.
Who?
Well, Greg RN.
Greg RN. That's what. It's Gregory Fokker from Meet the Parents.
Fokker.
The funny thing to me too is that all this democracy's on the line, the Bill of Rights, all of this kind of rhetoric being thrown around. It's like none of this happened in a vacuum, right? This is a response to an election. We're still dealing with people who cannot handle. So you want to talk about subverting democracy? You're seeing it by this behavior on the ground. The nation spoke, and you lost the popular fucking vote.
Donald Trump.
To Donald Trump. That shouldn't happen. So what was his number one? I'll ask you, Amy. What was the number one thing that Trump talked about? What was the number one thing?
Grabbing her by the pussy?
Yeah. Immigration and deportation. That was it. That was number one.
Yeah.
So when you talk about subverting the will of the people, that's what you're doing. The people had a vote. Democracy held. Okay. And 77 plus million people voted for this. So when they give you stats, they go, well, his handling of immigration is dropping recently. You know what that is? that's the people like me are like, yeah, you're not going hard enough, dude. I'm disappointed. It is my support is falling a little because you're not going hard enough. And I blame Trump for some of this. Tim Walz, one little fat retard in Minnesota, should not have this much pull over federal authorities working. Okay. Trump should have sent in the guard weeks ago. Okay. You don't want to get control of your state? Fine. Then we will. Yeah. You can all stand behind this yellow fucking tape while we go to work. We have a fucking job to do. I won an election based on this topic. Mm-hmm. And instead, Trump is fumble fucking around with Greenland and God knows what else while all hell breaks loose in Minnesota, and it shouldn't be. Yeah. Go in there and end this shit.
Water cannons.
Yeah. Whatever you got to do. Line the entire block. Arm elbow to elbow with fucking National Guard.
And sweep.
Army members and sweep neighborhoods.
Sweeperoo. Give it an old sweeperoo.
Can I ask you what the autonomous zone is and why they always try to block off an area to have a bonfire? I mean, there's like 8 guys out there and they're bringing
it's a safe
wood.
Space.
It's go home. You're safe at home.
No, go bulldoze
they
it.
Probably don't have a home.
I would.
Take a Bearcat and fucking run roughshod over it.
Right.
You don't own this land.
And you son of a bitches better not steal my garbage can. Because they look like they rounded up all the garbage cans.
Yeah, same here.
Barricades.
I'll tell you, I looked into getting another garbage can
because,
oh, Greg, buckle the fuck up for what I'm about to tell you. Did you just say $50?
It was $53 in Allendale.
Greg,
what did they charge you?
I didn't end up getting one. I refuse. They wanted $400 fucking dollars for a second garbage can. And guess what? They refuse to take anything that is outside of the garbage can.
Yep,
they
you got to stuff it in.
Not take it. If you have an extra bag, I even thought after the holidays, maybe they'd be a little bit nicer. Like, oh, people have more garbage, wrapping paper, but no, nothing. So I've been going ham cleaning out my house. I've got garbage bags just fucking stacked up in my garage because these motherfuckers won't take anything extra. So I'm like, okay, I'll just look and see how much it is to get an extra garbage can. $400 fucking dollars.
So wait a minute. I used to just go to Home Depot and buy another garbage can and just set.
No, you have to have like the special kind that they can
got
pick
a
up
serial number on it and everything.
Ugh.
Oh yeah. I called it. They wanted maybe it was 80, but it was under $100 for another garbage can because I have a recyclable one.
I would have gotten multiple. I would have gotten multiple if that were the case.
I have a recycle one and I have a regular one. And so what I'll do is if the recycle was full, I'll just start throwing the recycle shit in the other one.
Did you ever get letters threatening you that they were going to stop taking your recycling? Because I didn't even get a recycling bin at my new house because they're so fucking rude at my old house. They'd be like, you had something in here that couldn't be recycled. So if you do that again, we're going to stop taking your recycling. Well, then you know what? Fuck you.
Garbage,
I don't have time for you. Don't have time for you.
Don't make it hard on me.
Don't make it hard. I'm not doing it. Now I just throw everything away.
Me too.
We've already pretended that you're recycling something. We've played along with your stupid fake game of oh yeah, we're recycling. Yeah, sure. You going to make that difficult? Then all of it goes in the fucking garbage.
Out. Yeah. The only thing I return is my bottles because it's a dime.
Right.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I'll do that.
Do that.
You know, my kids are so stupid they won't take the bags and return them for gas money like we used to.
Because Greg, they return 100 cans and get $10. That's not going to get them jack shit for gas. You could return cans and get
not going to break their arm.
Yeah, but what are they going to get for $10?
I take mine back. Gas is $2.50 a gallon. That's 7 gallons of gas. If you take 3 bags back, I always have 3 bags in the garage.
Wait, it's not still $5 a gallon? I thought when Biden was president, gas prices, that's just the way. The president doesn't have anything to do with that.
Yeah, he couldn't do anything. Couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
It's $2.43 here in Des Moines.
Yeah.
And so if my kids were to return it, that's 6 gallons of gas for $15. That'll drive for 150 miles.
Yeah.
Come on. Do not. do not condone their laziness.
Oh, I'm gonna condone it because Mike.
Don't you remember?
Back
Don't
me
you?
the fuck up here. You're not returning cans
you
right
have
now, Mike.
You have a job though.
No.
Mike doesn't.
No. I wouldn't return a can if you fucking paid me $10 a can now.
Exactly.
But when I was his kid's age, I took every fucking Coke can my dad had back.
But the price of shit has gone up and the price of cans is not. So there's a lot less. You get a lot less out of it. Like for what? For $10 fucking dollars? They're probably like, cool. I don't need $10.
Let's back up. If you have $0 and you can get $10,
I just don't think it's worth it.
It takes 10 minutes.
Greg, what this tells me is
$1 a minute.
Your libtard wife is just giving them cash under the table that you don't know about.
Probably.
So they're like, whatever. I don't need $10 from dad.
Greg's doing it.
Yeah,
probably.
Because Nick is just
I can neither
going,
confirm
here.
nor deny.
Yeah, exactly.
Nick's going, here's 20, here's 50.
Greg's returning the cans and he's giving them the fucking gas money.
They each have Noah has a year left on the dole, Cooper has 18 months, and then they can get the fuck out.
Yeah.
G says that too. You guys are all full of shit.
About you mean?
No, about Marshall. He's like Marshall's got 7 years left, and then he's the fuck out of here. I'm like, until he's a piece of shit in 7 years, and then he's what do you mean?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Him out of here. Get out of here.
Hold on. You're being mean to Marshall.
So I'm not being mean to Marshall. No, G is like, I have 18 years of responsibility, and then that fucker can go figure it out. And I'm like, okay, sure.
That's not what I mean. When I say 18, that means I'm done paying for rent. I'm done paying for college.
That's what G means.
I'm still here to help. They can move back home. I don't care if they do that. But after that, I'm done with college and I'm done with paying for rent. That's it. They'll get jobs or they'll move home. Right. Phones, all that.
Yeah,
shit.
We'll see.
I'll never forget.
But they can move. They can move home. I'm not paying rent anymore. They're going to either move home.
I'll never forget my mom.
Really? You couldn't move home?
No, because my mom didn't have a local house anymore. She had an up north house and she had a Florida house. And so there was nowhere for me to move home to. And I had a job here already.
Where'd you go?
I had to get an apartment.
Is that why you had to get married?
It's not why I had to get married. No. I mean, Rocky and I didn't buy a house. No, I was doing all right. But no, I'll never forget my mom. We were out to eat with my boss, and my boss and I were really close. He was like my dad, and my mom was like, all right, how long until she can start paying her insurance? She's off my cell phone bill. Like, I'm fucking done. I'm done.
Yeah. I think that's wishful thinking.
I haven't paid for a cell phone in how long have I been at my company? I haven't paid in 16 years for a cell phone.
Yeah. That's great.
It's fucking awesome.
Back in the day, radio would pay for your cell phone. Remember that, Mike?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
but
we're always on. Like, that they can fucking contact us anytime. So it's like,
they can do that to us too.
Yeah.
I'm still paying my bill.
Yeah. Well, speaking of paying bills, shout out to DG. He came through with a $200 super chat when Mike was talking about Minnesota. So holla at your boy.
Do you need to do a read?
Yeah, we should do a read. You want to do Deer Lake, and I'll do
both of us with our pants down.
Yeah, no, not me. I'm right here. This part of the show is brought to you by Mitten Millworks, dreaming of a home that truly reflects you. Tired of outdated spaces holding you back? At Mitten Millworks, they're your local experts in residential remodeling, handling every detail from stunning basement finishes to sleek kitchen and bathroom overhauls. Need custom built-ins that maximize your style? They've got you covered. Plus, their cutting-edge 3D drawings let you visualize and perfect your dream layout before they lift a single hammer. Why wait? Call Mitten Millworks today, 248-497-7780 for a free estimate. Let's craft the home you love right here in the Mitten.
I think my sister is calling them.
Great.
Yes, because
that's a good one.
Had someone, I think, design some specific cabinets for her this wall, but she's like, I need somebody who can like come in and install them and do all of that. It's like, I think they do that. So
hell yeah, they do. Call them up.
I just, I had it ready to go. Start the new year right and join Deer Lake Athletic Club in Clarkston. They offer adult and junior tennis, pickleball, and swim lessons, plus their junior swim team, the Deer Lake Dolphins. Fitness classes are included with membership. They have a gym, cycle room, and 3 Pazools. The Backcourt restaurant inside the DLAC is also open to the public, and they're open every day of the week, Monday through Thursday at 4 p.m., Friday and Saturday at 11 a.m., and Sunday they're open at 10 a.m. for brunch and free bingo. Visit their website, thedeerlakeathletic.com, for more info about the club, restaurant, and banquet center, or call 248-625-8686.
Very good.
Good job, Amy.
I want to know more about this story that's breaking all over today about these vigilante chat groups that are accused of dispatching all of these people on the ground in Minnesota. Including Alex Preddy. Yeah, the Signal chat. And I don't know if you've got that, Amy, but I was reading this story. A complex network of far-left protest groups have been accused of pushing Alex Preddy to confront immigration officers before capitalizing on his death to bolster their anti-ICE message. Sophisticated database of ICE trackers and demonstration organizers uncovered in a report. I saw Cam Higbee tweeting about this. Ready to deploy agitators to the scene just moments after Preddy was shot. According to the report, Preddy and other protesters were in the area because they received advanced warning that immigration were there to detain an illegal migrant. The demonstrators were intending to disrupt the officers as part of a reported strategic pattern of organized interference. And I have a couple, you can see that he's scrolling there. So he tweeted out, I have infiltrated organizational signal groups all around Minneapolis with the sole intention of tracking down federal agents and impeding, assaulting, and obstructing them. Buckle up, all will be revealed. Each area of the city has a signal or several signals. Let's start with a screen recording of all the members of the South Side group to start. And that's the video Amy's playing right there. So those are all the people on the lookout for ICE, wherever they are. I have been undercover inside the group for days now. You'll notice emojis next to people's names. Here's a key for what those emojis mean. The highlighted positions are the most crucial. Most are self-explanatory. Mobile patrols spend their entire shift, quote unquote, searching for suspicious vehicles. When they find one, they send it to the group so that plate checkers can compare with their database and see if it's a known federal vehicle or if the patrol can make the confirmation so that the database can be updated. They built their own, I guess. They built
their own.
This is so well funded.
So well funded. Exactly. Dispatch runs a maxed out call all day telling protesters where ICE has been spotted and how they can be best impeded. For each occupation or shift position, protesters have to undergo training. It's unclear what the training entails other than numerous slides of instructions. I've seen it mentioned repeatedly. Who is paying for all this? This is unbelievable. So this is how you get these types of groups to rally all these people. That's why it's not like nationwide. You're not getting this nationwide. You're getting it in select areas like Minnesota.
Oh yeah, there's nothing going on in Texas.
No.
This is just these idiots.
Detroit's not dealing with this shit
yet.
Yeah, that's their hope. These communist Marxists getting our nurses and our lesbian poets all jacked up and involved and killed.
They better not kill our nurses. That would be mean.
Let's see if there's more here. Yeah.
Hey, did you see the broad blowing her hand off today?
Who?
What a protester picked up a flashbang before it exploded. and then she came running. Her hand was flopping.
Yeah.
She's yelling.
She looked like that guy that
medic
Rittenhouse shot his bicep off. Remember? He just had a wolf arm.
You got to find that, Amy. Medic.
Oh, these people, they think they're in a fucking war movie.
Flashbang.
Yeah. This goes nowhere good, man. But I don't know why they're not going after this. I don't know why there's not an entire FBI team dedicated to finding out who's involved with these groups. I mean, like these guys know who these people are. They know who they are. According to Fox News, a hub of communist and socialist nonprofit organizations are behind the protests. Many of them are funded by billionaire Neville Roy Singham, a self-declared Marxist-Leninist living in Shanghai. Some are offshoots of the People's Forum, Inc., a nonprofit hub Singham funded in New York City since 2017 as support for socialist and communist groups.
Well, I did see that Kash Patel said on somebody's show today that as soon as he saw Cam Higby's reporting, he opened a case on it. And if there's any truth to, like, he's going to be looking into all of that stuff. But at the same time, why the fuck does it take Cam Higby?
Cam Higby, really?
Like, because why aren't you in there doing it, Kash?
Well, the news, but then he might. You never know if he's infiltrated or not.
Well, he's the one that said, like, once I saw Cam Higby's reporting, I opened a case.
Right, but what I'm saying, though, is he's not going to tell you if they're in that signal chat.
Right.
They could be monitoring it already. But yeah, the other media should be doing that. I mean, that's why we have the media. Oh, watch this, Mike. She's going to come running between those two cars.
Mother! Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Don't cut flashbangs.
God, we need a male nurse.
Oh my God.
We need a male nurse.
Where's a male nurse?
Medic!
God, all these people, they think they're on the right side too.
They're being funded by China.
Yeah.
But you know what? They wouldn't care. They would prefer Xi.
Do you think there's a way to stop this? Do you think there's a way to get control back, or do you think this is a?
There is, but this country doesn't have the stomach for it.
Yeah, I remember saying, Greg, before the election, that if Trump were to win, because of what the prior administration did in basically opening the door to this country and just waving Mayorkas, all of them, waving as many fucking third world shithole people into this country as they could, fixing that, getting that under control and getting those people out of here. There's one way to do that, and it's ugly. It just breeds slow motion videos of people crying, being torn from their life. Like, that's what it entails. There's no way around that.
Yep.
So I think that's what you mean when you say this country doesn't have the stomach for it, but that's always what it's going to take.
Yep.
It just is.
And here, look, I say if they stop deporting tomorrow, I wouldn't be mad about it because I think they've shut the border and no more are coming. But the problem is you have to keep deporting because the next president that's a Democrat is going to open that border right back up.
Yep.
Know what I mean?
Yep.
Did you know you can get paid to self-deport?
Yeah.
Yeah, $3,000, right?
Yeah. Also, I thought, like, why are we crying about kids being deported with their parents? Like, you'd rather separate kids and parents? I thought we didn't want kids on their
Separated,
own.
right.
Yeah.
Well, plus they get to go back to Mexico and see their Grammy.
Right.
I think this has been, what was just a conspiracy theory, like, oh yeah, this is about votes. I think this has been going on for 50 years. That this has been a long play, Greg. I don't know if you feel that way, but undoing and getting, like, just the response to it, it tells you that there's a lot more on the line than just wanting all these bodies in your country. This is about votes. This is about future votes. This is about taking over a country. They've done it all throughout Europe.
Yep.
This is a massive, massive plan that they never expected to deal with a Donald Trump. And this is the reaction to it.
They thought it was just going to go on indefinitely. Oh my God, what am I looking at?
I don't know.
Blue-haired white liberal women crawling through the streets of Minneapolis with stop ice signs. Hold on, Amy.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold
I'm
on.
gonna send this to you on Twitter. Can you go to my feed and get it if I just retweet it?
Yeah.
All right. This is
Ames is great.
She's fast at this.
Yeah.
All right. It's in my Twitter feed. It's the last thing I tweeted. I saw it by accident. Liberal women protest ICE, blocking traffic with stop ice signs. And they're all these fat broads are crawling. Oh my God. Dude, we need lunatic.
This can't be real. Stop.
Look at it.
No.
Is this AI?
It has to be.
I don't think it's AI.
It has to be.
Okay,
Let me
It's
see.
winter time there, Greg.
Let me see.
So dirty.
Look.
Oh, okay.
Oh God.
You know what's sad? That I thought that was believable.
This video is AI generated. You thought that was believable?
Greg, they're
Oh, yeah?
mooing.
It's a
They're
loop.
mooing.
They're idiots. Well, I couldn't hear the audio though. I didn't have the audio. Oh my God, that's hilarious. I'm like, what the actual
Oh my God.
fuck
That's
are they
funny.
doing? Oh, that's great.
Before we get to some email, and we'll keep an eye on all this as we go. This is only going to get worse. Hopefully,
Wait, now there's guys riding them.
hopefully, I do have hope that Tim Walz is willing to work with Donald Trump, because this should have been easy. This should have been an easy thing to handle, and hopefully they get some control in Minneapolis. I mean that. I don't want any more Merces or lesbian poets gunned down in their prime. I'd like them to just stay home and go on with their lives. So
And be normal human beings.
yeah. But I was reading this story. A 16-year-old girl died in Texas, Elizabeth Engel. She was out with her friends and in Frisco, Texas. It's like 45 minutes outside of Dallas.
I lived there.
Did you?
Frisco. It's north of Dallas.
How much snow do they usually get in Frisco,
my
Texas?
stalker lived near there.
We got
nice.
I was there in 2010 when the Super Bowl was there. No snow, a lot of ice, dude. And they have no plows and no salt.
Are you familiar with Flower Mound?
Yeah,
Flower Mound?
That's where my stalker lived. Flower
That's
Mound.
a real name, Flower Mound.
Oh, is that a city?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they got snow.
Dirty city. Dirty name. Flower
I believe
Mound.
it.
No, just
So
the name
they
is
got
dirty.
they got a shitload of snow there in Frisco, where this girl is, and she and a girlfriend hooked sleds up to the back of this kid's Jeep, and then he was driving around the neighborhoods and took a turn or hit some ice and sent them careening into a tree.
Oh,
and one of them died. This 16-year-old girl died. The other one's in critical condition.
We used
You
to
ever done that?
Bumper skitching, yeah.
Yeah,
Grab a hold
me
of the
too.
bumper.
We used to do the bumper, and we also did the sleds, and we would kick the shit out of each other. Like, we'd have two sleds on the back of my buddy Ed, had this piece of shit Toyota, and he would just take turns, pull the e-brake, and and send us flying. Dude, we'd be out at midnight driving through neighborhoods with fresh snow.
Idiots.
And I remember just being launched. Dude, we were 16 years old, being launched through at one time, me and Troy kicking the shit out of each other on our own sleds, wrestling, trying to knock the other off, and then being tossed and going flying between a fucking wood stake mailbox and a giant pine tree in someone's yard. It's a miracle we didn't get killed.
It sounds like you were stable as a kid.
Yeah, we were out of control. We were probably shit faced too, probably 10 fucking Busch Light drafts deep doing that. But yeah, she did not make it. So
that sucks.
Yeah. You don't think of chicks doing that very often.
No.
I know there's no difference between men and women, but but yeah, I remember doing that very thing, and this girl did not make it.
We called it bumper skitching.
Bumper skitching?
Skitching. Let's go skitching. And we just grab your car and drive.
Dorks. Fucking males, man. With the testosterone we have flowing through us at 16 years old, everything is is fair game.
Yep.
Let's grab a bumper and see how fast we can get it going in the subdivision. Like,
I hope that this dick doesn't stop and make us get off.
Yeah, like, I think back, it's a miracle we're all still alive. Let's do a couple emails, and we'll call it a day. We got a new member, Tim Nosek. Hello, Tim. Thank you for joining.
I know Tim.
You do?
That name? Yeah, thanks, Tim.
Yeah. Welcome aboard. Member shows on Thursday, patreon.com/TDC Podcast. Get an extra show every week. Uncle Fester from Doug says, Uncle Fester's name was Jackie Coogan. He was a child actor whose parents took all of his money. He created the Jackie.
Be a Greg joke.
What?
I thought it was going to be a Greg joke.
Oh, no. No, were you here for that? You were here when I did that, when I was talking about Uncle Fester.
No.
So I was watching, you know what? I did a show with Landau on Friday. So I might have been telling him about it, which is what he heard. I was talking about Wednesday Addams, the little girl who played Wednesday Addams in the original. And one of the things they were talking about in her life was how in Hollywood, and that would have been when was the Addams Family? In the 50s, 40s?
Probably.
No. Addams Family?
Yeah.
The original.
No, the original was in the 60s and 70s.
I think it was before that. It was black and white.
I think you're high.
Look it up, Ames.
Right.
But
yeah,
she was saying how she
1964.
64. Wow. Okay.
That's earlier than I thought.
Either way, she was a child actor, and it was like, oh God, what happened to her money? Well, this guy, Jackie Coogan, who played Uncle Fester, apparently was on set and really looked out for her. He had this hard on for like child actors, wanting them to be secure, not taken advantage of by adults. And I was retelling this story about how when she turned 18, that's when she came into her money and her parents didn't have access to it and all that. I thought that was really weird for like a 6-year-old girl to be protected like that in Hollywood in 1960s. And it was all because of Uncle Fester, Jackie Coogan. And so he writes in saying he was a child actor whose parents took all his money. He created the Jackie Coogan law for child actors. He was a huge deal, and it was a great win. Wednesday was related, by the way, to baseball's Cincinnati Reds player Doug DeCinces.
Oh, for the Orioles.
Was he for the Orioles?
Doug DeCinces. He was a great player.
Which is cool and stupid at the same time. Doug DeCinces? DeCinces?
As Ernie would say, Doug DeCinces comes to bat.
Really? That was apparently Wednesday Addams was related to him. I did not know that. So Ace from Kevin.
You know who Doug DeCinces was? If you ever watched...
What year is this? What years are you talking?
Late 70s and 80s. He played for Earl Weaver and all those guys in Baltimore.
Earl Weaver.
Well, when there were rain delays, he would always go out in his uniform and do slides and belly flops on the tarp as it was raining.
Oh, I love those.
That's him.
What was it? Was it Twib This Week in Baseball?
This week, Twib Notes.
Yeah. And they would always show. Yeah, with Mel Allen, and they would always show people doing that. Like every time there was a rain delay, they'd show some.
Always him. He would stuff like a pillow in his stomach and do it.
Yeah. Oh my God, I totally remember that. So I was very intrigued when Amy said that Polly that she named from ChatGPT. So I went to my ChatGPT and I said, if you could have a name, any name, what would it be? My ChatGPT came up with Ace.
Oh, all right.
He just says it sounds astute and strong. I agree. I like it.
I like it.
So
my best friend has one named Finn.
Finn?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
He helps her with her finances. And she said he's gay. I was like, I kind of assumed that already when you told me his name was Finn and he helps you with your finances.
Yeah, it does sound kind of homo-y, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
I am a type 1 diabetic. I have been for 30 years. The low blood sugar thing is no joke. I was at work one night, drove a semi-truck with the 2 trailers to the border of Michigan and Indiana on the Indiana side. I went inside to work the dock, and I felt really weird. So I went to go take my break, and I woke up with EMS, police officers, and all of my supervisors around me asking, "Are you okay?" I came to, gross, and they said my blood sugar was 17. It's horribly horrific when you come to because you don't know what happened. You completely black out. Yep. So I second the Dexcom. You should get that, especially if you're on Mounjaro. It makes your blood sugar crash. Keep up the good work. Tell 3G to stop big shotting because he's got a new job, and get his ass back on the air. Thoughts and prayers. So he obviously wrote that last week when you weren't here. 3G.
Oh, yeah. I have one of those things on my arm.
Do you? They're sending me a new one. My insurance stopped covering the Dexcom. I had the Dexcom 6 or 7.
Are you getting the Libre?
Yes. Yeah.
That's what I have. It's awesome.
Is that the one that goes for 16 days?
15.
15. Yeah. They've been calling me. Some Indian guy was like, "Hello, we're calling about Libre for you." And I was like, okay, this is a fucking scam. And it turns out it's not. So they're supposed to be sending me. What is your insurance covering, by the way?
I pay $35 each.
Okay, I got to pay $120 a month. So
yeah, I'm paying a little more. I'm paying $140 because I'm paying $70 because I get it's 2. You use 2 a month.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anything exciting tonight, you guys? Anything going on?
No, big Michigan basketball game tomorrow night, though.
There you go.
The number 5 team against number 3.
Aim, go eat. I'm going to eat too. I'm actually starting to feel it a little bit right now. So
pizza.
I got to go get something in me. So, all right, guys, have a great day.
Bye,
everybody.
You should get that fighter in you. Get out your sword.
Pew pew.
Yeah. Pew pew.
Pew pew right in your eye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.